Your task today is to do the Chapter 8 test in the textbook. So first of all, before you continue watching this video, please do go to the PDF of the textbook and turn to page 50 of the PDF. Or if you look at the bottom of the page number of the actual textbook, it's going to be page 447. So first of all, you need to complete all 26 questions of the chapter test before you continue watching the video. If you don't do the test and then you just watch it, it's not going to benefit you the most. So you need to complete the test before you watch the video to check the answers. Okay, so please, you can come back to the video later. Make sure you complete the test. So I assume that you have completed the test now. If not, then pause the video and do the test, and then I'm going to go to the answers now. So first of all, question 1, write the ratio 2 out of 5 in 2 other ways. So the other 2 ways will be as a decimal and as a percentage. So 2 over 5 as a decimal, that will be 2 divided by 5, or I can change it to percentage. So 2 over 5 as a percentage, I can change that to 100 as the base. That's going to be times 20. So 2 times 20 will be 40 out of 100, which is 40%. Then the other way we can write it as a decimal is 0.4. Question 2, write the decimal or fraction as a percent. So 0.36 as a percent, that's going to be, sorry, I skipped the question by accident. X over 4, we have x over 4 is equal to 63 over 28. So first of all, from 28 back to 4, that's going to be divide 7. And so from 63, if we want to divide 7, that's going to be 9, which means that x is equal to 9. So that's question 2. Question 3, I'm going to do this over here. Hopefully you can still see. Let me just move this across. That's going to be 18 over 81. That's equal to 2 over n. So that's going to be divide 9. And so from 81 divide 9, n is also going to be 9. So n is equal to 9. Question 4, r over 10 is equal to 4 over 8. And so 4 over 8, I'm going to reduce it to a simpler form. That's going to be 1 over 2. And so from 2 to 10, that's going to be times 5. So 1 times 5, that's going to be 5. So that means r is equal to 5 for question 4. Question 5, we have 6 over j is 6 over j is equal to, where am I, 10 over 25. So I can reduce this, divide top and bottom by 5. That's going to be 2 over 5. And then 2 over 5, how do I get 2 to 6? That's going to be times 3. And so 5 times 3 will give me 15 over here, which means that j is equal to 15. Moving on to question 6 now. Question 6. Let me just quickly bring the question down so that we can see. Can I bring this question down? Can I move this? Yes, I can. Good. Question 6. So write the decimal or a fraction as a percent. So 0.36, I don't even need working out for this. That's 36%. Question 7, that's 8%. Question 9, question 8. Question 8, 23 over 100 is 23%. And then question 9, 2 over 25 is what percent? So this is going to be times 4. So 2 times 4 will give me 8. That's going to be 8%. So question 9 will be 8%. Question 10, write 55% as a fraction in simplest form. Write 55% as a fraction in simplest form. So first of all, 55% is the same as 55 out of 100. And so now I can divide top and bottom by 5. That's going to be 11 out of 100 divided by 5 is 20. So that's 11 out of 20 as a fraction in simplest form. Question 11. Find the percent of the number So 40% of 85. So that's going to be 85 times 0.4. So first of all, how do we do this? You can do this by long multiplication. 85 times 0.4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. One decimal place, so that's going to be 34. So 40% of 85 is equal to 34 over here. Question 12, 75% of 60. So that's going to be 60 times 0.75 as a decimal, or we can write this as 3 over 4. So this time I'm going to use fraction times 3 over 4 because 3 over 4 is the same as 75%. So 60 times 3 over 4, I can divide 60 by 4 first. That will give me 15. And then 15 times 3 will give me, that's equal to 45. So that's 45 over here. Question 13. 12% of 150, that's going to be 150 times 0.12, 12%. Now I'm going to do this as a decimal. I will show this in long multiplication, how we would do this. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5 would be 10, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, and then that's 0, 5, 1. Add them together, that's 0, 0, 8, 1. 2 decimal places, so 2 decimal places, that is 18 in the end. So 12% of 150 is 18. Question 14, 88% of 1,000. 88% of 1,000. So that's going to be 1,000 multiplied by 0.88. I can use long multiplication. So if I do that, how do I do that? That's 0.88 here. And I need to multiply 8 times 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 8. And then again here, 0, 0, 0, and 8. Add them together. That's going to be 0, 0, 0, 8, 8. How many decimal places? 2 decimal places. That's going to be 880 as the answer for question 14. Is there a question 15? So I need to move my question down again so that we can see. Let me move it down. So moving on to question 15 over here. Question 15. A restaurant bill is $45.80. Use mental math to estimate the tip described. So first of all, 10% of 45.8. We just need to estimate the tip, just the tip. A 10% tip will be I don't even need to estimate. I can do the actual amount because 10% is fairly simple. That's going to be 4.58. $4.58 for question 15. For question 16, 20%. How do we work out 20%? Well, we worked out 10%. So 20% is just double of 10%, which means that it's going to be $9.58. Double that. That's going to be $10. $10.16. So I can use mental math to work out the actual amount. If you want the approximate amount, this will be 15. Question 15 will be 4.5. And then question 16, that will be $9. Sorry, this is not supposed to be. So that will be $9.16. So approximately, that'll be $9. Question 17. Now, we want to work out 15%. Now, we worked out 10%. That was $4.58. What is 5% of that? So 5% will be half of $4.58. So half of $4.58 will be $2.29, right? $2.29. So that's going to be $2.29 plus $4.58. That's going to be $6.87. So that's $2.29 plus $4.87. So I'm just going to quickly check that I didn't make a mistake. 0.15 times 45.8. That's $6.87. No problems there. So if you used an estimate, if you roughly estimated it, that should be half of $4.50. You can say that's $2.25. Add that together. That's going to be approximately $6.75. Just approximately $6.75. Then question 18, let's do this over here. Can you guys see that? We want to work out 25%. So 25% is fairly simple. We just need to divide the original by 4, half and half. So that's going to be $45.80. Half of that is approximately $22. Let's just round it to $46. So $46, half of that will be $23. Half of $23 will be $11.50. So let's just say that's approximately $11.50. So that's going to be 25%. Let's just make sure 0.25 times $45.80. That's close to $11.50. It's the actual amount is $11.45. So let's move on. Question 19. Online shopping. The graph shows the number of people in a survey who chose different reasons for using online shopping. And in the next two questions, write the ratios in simplest form of discount responses to the total number of shoppers surveyed. So first of all, what is the total shoppers? So total amount, total shoppers surveyed is equal to 48 plus 25 plus 27. Those are the amounts of people surveyed. Once you add them together, so 48 plus 25 plus 27, so 48 first plus 27 will be 60, 75. 75 plus 25 is 100. So there's a 100 people surveyed, and so we want to work out the discount responses to the number of shoppers surveyed. That's going to be 48 to 100. So you can write that, keep that as a ratio form, in simplest form, right? So write the ratios in simplest form. So I can change that into a fraction as well. That's equal to 48 over 100, and then I can divide top and bottom by 2. That's 24 over 50. I can further divide by 2. That's 12 over 25, and I think that is the simplest form, 12 over 25. Question 20. Free shipping response to discounts response. So we want the free to discounts. So that's going to be 25 to 48. 25 to 48. And I think that already is the simplest form because 25 is an odd number, 48 is not an odd number, and it's not divisible by 5. So you can leave that as ratio, or you can keep that as a fraction, 25 over 48. That is also fine. Did it say free to discount? Not discount to free? Yeah, free to discount. Yeah, so that's 25 to 48. So that's question 20. Question 21. You pay $3.36 for a 14-minute phone call. Find the unit rate. Let me just quickly bring the question a little bit further down so that it's easier for us to refer to the question. Question 21. Right next to the question, you pay $3.36 for a 14-minute phone call. Find the unit rate. So we want to find the rate as in how much you pay per minute. So that's the unit rate. So how much you pay per minute. So that's going to be $3.36 divided by 14 minutes. So let's work out $3.36 divided by 14 minutes. So first of all, 14 goes into $3.36 how many times? That's 0 times. It goes to 0 times. Then we're going to move the dot 1 here. And so 14 goes into 33 how many times? That goes into it 2 times. That's going to be 28. And so take the difference. That's going to be 5. And then move the 6 down. 14 goes into 56 how many times? That goes into it 4 times. So that's 0.24. So the amount, the unit rate will be 0.24, so 24 cents per minute. That's how we write the answer to question 21. Moving on to question 22, it says in July. So I'll just do question 22 down here, and I will bring the question down. Yep. Let me move it down a little bit more. Is that better? Yep. So in July, 2004, $6 were worth about 660 Japanese yen. How many Japanese yen was $1 worth? So we want to work out the ratio. The $6, so I'm going to label this US to Japanese yen. And so $6 were worth 660. And we want to work out what $1 is. So from $1 to how much? So first of all, that 6 to 1 is divide 6. That's fairly simple. And so 660 divided 6 will be 110. So 1 USD is equal to 110 JPY, Japanese yen, JPY in short form. Question 23. 23. We can still see the question over here. Okay. So a model of a bike has a scale of 1 inch to 2 feet. So model meaning a small toy bike. 1 inch is equal to 2 feet. The length of the model is 2.5 inches. What is the actual length of the bike? So 1 inch, let me write it better. 1 inch is equivalent to 2 feet. And we want to equate that to 2.5 inches in the model to some amount or X amount in real life. And so let's use fractions to do this. So 1 over 2, 1 inch over 2 feet is equal to 2.5 inch over X. And we want to work out what X is. So from 1 to 2.5, we just need to multiply 2.5 over there. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Multiply 2.5 to get to the 2.5 inches. And so 2, multiply that by 2.5, that will be 5. 2 times 2.5 is 5, which means that that's going to be 5 feet in real life. So what is the actual length of the bike? The actual length of the bike is 5 feet. Question 24. I need to make a little bit more space again. Let me bring this down. I'm not sure why I cannot drag, but I think that's it. Question 24. We can see. Let me just do that a bit more. Okay. Question 24. So, hopefully you can see. Let me just zoom out back a little bit so that you can see everything. Good. Question 24. 1/6 of your flower garden contains petunias. 0.195 of your garden contains marigolds, and 18% contains pansies. Order these numbers from least to greatest. So we need to convert them all into the same type of number. So at either fractions or percents or decimal. So I think it would be probably easier to convert them all into percents. Whoops, sorry for the screen flicker right there. So first of all, we need to work out what 1/6 is in percent. So 1/6 is 1 over 6. Let's convert that into percent by using long division. 1 divided by 6. 6 goes into 1 0 times. And so we add a 0. 6 goes to this 1 time. 6 add a 4. Add a 0. So 6 goes into 40. How many times? Goes into it 5, 6 times, 36. Yep, 36. And then that's 4 again, that's 0.166. And that's going to be a repeating decimal of 6 over there. So that is approximately 0.166, which is 16.6 recurring decimal. That's equal to 16.6%. Now we want to compare that with, what is the other one? 18%. So we have 18%. And then we have 0.195 is 0. So we have, let me just order these first. First we have 1 over 6, we have 0.195, and we have 18%. Now when we put them all as percentages, that's going to be equivalent to 16.6%, and that's going to be 19.5%, and that will be 18%. Now which one is the smallest one from least to greatest? This one is smallest, so that stays, and then this one, 19.5, will be greatest. So we're going to move things around now. We're going to order them back into the original state. 1/6 is the smallest, then we have 18%, and then lastly we have 0.195 as the biggest one. So that's how we order them from least to greatest. Question 25. I'm going to do question 25 over here so that we can see the question clearly, and I can zoom in a little bit more. In the United States, 23 of the 50 states border an ocean. What percent of the states border an ocean? So 23 out of 50. We need to change that into a percentage. That's fairly simple. We just need to multiply 2. So multiply 2, that's going to be 46 out of 100. That is 46% of the states border an ocean. Very simple. Question 26. Last question. One section of Niagara Falls is known as the Canadian Falls. About 700,000 gallons of water flow over the Canadian Falls every second. How many gallons flow over Canadian Falls in 1 hour? So first of all, we have 700,000 per second. Per second. Now, how many seconds in a minute? That's 60. So let's multiply that by 60 to get 700,000 times 60. That will be 42000 and then 123. Let me just make sure I did it correct. It should be 42 million gallons per minute. And then if we want to multiply that by another 60 to change it into hour, so I'm going to multiply that by 60 again. That's going to give me 2520 and then 000. And let me just make sure the number of zeros is correct, 000. So that's 2,520 million gallons per hour. So that's a very large amount of that's a lot. I can't even comprehend how much that is. 2 billion gallons. 2.5 billion. So that is it for today's lesson. Make sure you guys check your answers. Give yourself a tick if you got it correct. Give yourself a tick. If you made a mistake, then check your answers, identify where you made the mistake, and then next time try to not make the same mistakes again. So I will see you guys next lesson. Thanks for watching.